The message came 3 days before New Year's Eve. It was short, cold, straight to the point. Please don't come to the party this year. I read it twice, thinking maybe I misunderstood. But I didn't. It was from my mother. Every year, my parents hosted a big New Year's party at their house. Friends, relatives, neighbors, the same crowd, the same music, the same loud countdown at midnight. And every year, I showed up. Not because I was excited, but because they were my parents. So I replied. Why? The response came almost instantly. It's better this way. Your brother is bringing important guests. We don't want any awkward situations. Awkward situations. That was the phrase they always used for me. I leaned back in my chair and stared at the screen. My older brother, Daniel, had always been the golden child. Perfect grades. Perfect job. Perfect smile. Meanwhile, I was the disappointment. The one who left the family business. The one who moved out. The one who stopped pretending everything was fine. Still, I never thought they'd actually tell me not to come. A few minutes later, another message arrived. This is just for 1 year. Please understand. I didn't reply. Because for the first time in my life, I finally did understand. They weren't embarrassed about a situation. They were embarrassed about me. New Year's Eve arrived quietly. No suit. No forced smile. No pretending. I ordered takeout, turned on a movie, and tried not to think about the party happening across town. But around 10 p.m., my phone started buzzing. Photos. Videos. All over social media. My parents' house was glowing with lights. Guests everywhere. Music blasting. Daniel standing in the center of the room like he owned the world. And right beside him was someone I recognized. A famous local investor. Apparently Daniel was pitching his new startup. So that's why I was awkward. I shook my head and put the phone down. Good for him. Really. But I didn't need to watch. By 11:45 p.m., fireworks had already started outside. People shouting. Cars honking. The city was getting ready for midnight. I poured myself a glass of soda and sat by the window. No countdown party. No fake celebration. Just quiet. Honestly, it felt peaceful. Then midnight came. Fireworks exploded across the sky. Everyone outside started screaming, Happy New Year. My phone lit up again. But this time, it wasn't social media. It was a call. From my mother. I frowned. I almost ignored it. But curiosity won. So I answered. Hello. Her voice was shaky. Where are you? At home. A pause. Then I heard chaos in the background. People shouting. Someone yelling Daniel's name. And then my mother said something I never expected. Please, you need to come here. I sat up. Why? Another pause. Longer this time. Then she whispered. Everything is falling apart. I checked the time. 12:07 a.m. New Year had just started. And somehow, my family's perfect party had already turned into a disaster. But I still didn't know that at 1:03 a.m., they would be begging me to walk through that door. And the reason would shock everyone in that house. Part 2. At 1:03 a.m., my phone buzzed again. This time it wasn't just my mom. It was everyone. My father. My aunt. Even my cousin who never talks to me. Message after message appeared on my screen. Please pick up. We need to talk. Come back. I stared at the phone for a long moment. Just a few hours earlier, they had told me not to come. Not politely. Not gently. My mother's exact words still echoed in my head. This year, it's better if you stay home. Better for who? That question kept replaying in my mind all evening. When midnight came, fireworks exploded across the city. People hugged. Neighbors cheered from their balconies. And I sat alone on my couch. No party. No family countdown. Just silence. At first it hurt more than I wanted to admit. New Year's used to mean something in our house. Loud music. Too much food. My dad telling the same old jokes. But this year, I wasn't invited. Not because I did something wrong, but because my success made someone uncomfortable. My older brother had said it during dinner a week earlier. You think you're better than everyone now. All because I had finally started my own business. All because, for the first time in my life, things were going well for me. And instead of being proud, they turned it into distance. So when the messages started flooding my phone at 1:03 a.m., I didn't rush to answer. I simply watched the screen light up again and again. Then my mother finally called. I let it ring once, twice, 3 times. Eventually, I answered. Her voice sounded different. Not angry. Not cold. Panicked. "Where are you?" she asked quickly. "At home," I replied calmly. A pause followed. Then she said something I never expected to hear. We need you to come here." That made me sit up. "What happened?" She hesitated. In the background I could hear shouting. Glasses clinking. People arguing. Then my father's voice cut in through the phone. "Just come. Now." I stayed quiet for a second. The same people who told me not to show up were now begging me to come. Funny how quickly things can change. "What's going on?" I asked again. My mom exhaled deeply. And then she said the words that made everything suddenly make sense. "Your brother. He's in trouble." Silence filled the room around me. For years, he had treated me like the family failure. The one who would never succeed. The one who didn't belong at the table. But tonight, for the first time in our lives, they needed me. Part 3, ending, 1500 characters. At 1:03 a.m., my phone began to vibrate non-stop. Message after message. Missed calls. Voicemails. The same parents who told me not to come were suddenly desperate to reach me. I stared at the screen for a long moment before opening the first message. "Please pick up. We need to talk. Where are you?" Earlier that night, when the countdown started and fireworks filled the sky, I wasn't at their party. I was standing on the balcony of my new apartment, watching the city lights, breathing in a freedom I had never felt before. For years, I had tried to earn their approval. Good grades. A stable job. Always being the quiet child who never caused problems. But somehow it was never enough. Tonight proved something important. When they told me not to come, something inside me finally broke, but in a good way. I stopped waiting for their permission to exist. The truth is, they didn't expect me to actually move on. But earlier that evening, my cousin had posted a photo online. A photo of me, standing in front of a large building with a sign behind me. CEO, new branch opening. The company they mocked me for working too hard at. The job they called just an office worker. Now the whole family knew. And suddenly, they wanted me back. My phone rang again. "Dad." For the first time in my life, I didn't feel angry. Just calm. I sent one short message. "Happy New Year. I hope you find happiness." Then I turned the phone off. Some endings don't need arguments. Just silence. I stepped back onto the balcony. Fireworks were still exploding across the sky. But this time, they felt like they were for me. Because the new year didn't just start on the calendar. It started in my life. Moral of the story: sometimes the people who doubt you the most are the ones who are shocked when you succeed. Never wait for someone else's approval to build your life. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more powerful stories.